Hello, it's me, and since the last unboxing of this incredible royal face-turning octahedron, I thought I would return to the master face-turning octahedron because it occurs to me I don't think I ever went through a tutorial on how to solve this. Now, so to be honest with you, the reason why I started doing these tutorials was more so that I could have some kind of a categorization of how I solve these puzzles. Originally, it was just going to be part of my own kind of database so that I can look back and be assured that I did figure out how to solve it and just to kind of refresh my memory. And I did allow it to be publicly utilized in case others should have it. That's where it all started. So I'm going to go back to my basics and go back to solving this just so that I can remind myself how the heck I did it. Well, the first part would be the approach. So being a face-turning octahedron, this is the master version of the face-turning octahedron. So I've got 4 layers here. And the solve is probably going to be similar in that I'm going to be reducing these edges. I've got the center over here. I'm going to be doing these the same way and these the same way. So these corners and these little edges here are going to be done the same. The center is going to be added to it, but this here, you've got more going on with this edge, and like with any master version of any puzzle, we're going to have to reduce them. But from time to time, we might have to do algorithms to help out. So what I do is I just kind of do some random commutators and see what pieces get isolated. So if I do like an R, and then I split the U over here, U, RI, UI. Simple commutator. I look across here and I see this piece here is isolated in this layer. Just like that. So this piece is isolated here. So that means that I can do a movement that would isolate this piece. So what I'll do is I'll say move this down, and then I'll undo what I just did. U, R, UI, RI, and then move it back. And then I just look to see what happened. Well, it turns out that this went to here, this went to here, and this went to here. So in that way, by isolating that, doing a commutator, I've just generated an algorithm. So R, U, RI, UI. This will come down, reverse it. U, R, UI, RI, and bring it back. And one more should drive these back where they were. So R, U, RI, UI, bring this down, and then U, R, UI, RI, and bring this back. Okay, so now I know how to move these guys around, which will help with the reductive process. But I may want to clean it up a little bit because I like it to make it to where this will go, say, to here, this goes to here, this goes to here. It's going to be easier to keep track of, I think. So what if I started off with this move in that layer, and now I'm going to go R, U, RI, UI. Then I bring this back, and then I'm going to do, just reverse it, U, R, UI, RI. So what that did is it took this red, brought it to here, this blue, brought it to here, this yellow, brought it to here. I think it's going to be easier for me to keep track of because I can look at what's in front of me and see how that's going to turn around. So that's what I like about new puzzles, is just experimenting with different movements and seeing what I can consistently move around, just in case intuition starts to fail me. So bring it down and do R, then split the U down here, U, RI, UI. Now bring it back, reverse it, U, R, UI, RI. Now one more should bring this here, here, and here. So bring it down. And I do this because it helps me practice it to put it into muscle memory. U, R, UI, RI. Okay, so now that I have that predefined, I'm going to eventually move on to this puzzle to see what is like that, you know, how I can use that there. Then it's going to be a matter of just scrambling it and seeing if the theory of just reducing it is fine. In other words, I should be able to move all these around, the way I did with the face-turning octahedron, and I should be able to move these around as well. And I had a commutator that moved this to here, this to here, this to here, which I believe went like this, down, then down, down, up, then up, and down, up, up. Yeah, so that'll move these guys around. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just go ahead and scramble this. And I just want to see, because I haven't really reviewed my face-turning octahedron recently, but I've been meaning to pull this off the shelf anyway, because I don't think I've ever done a tutorial on this. And again, this one is more going to be for my own references, because I know that this isn't mass produced. It really should be mass produced. It's a very smooth moving puzzle, and a lot more difficult moving puzzles have been mass produced, so this really needs to be. Plus, I really think that all the platonic solids in all of their forms should be mass produced, just on principle. Alright. Keep scrambling it here. So this was made by Tom Z. It was one of my early puzzles. You can see it's still as the test of time. Stickers are starting to peel a little bit. I may have to start replacing them. I've had to super glue them a couple times. Okay, so that's pretty good. Nice little scramble here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve it as I would the first part of a face-turning octahedron, which is really the first part of a scube, because I've said that there's a similarity with all of these. Now, I don't have an elite scube. If I did, that'd be great, but I don't. But I would imagine the solve is very similar. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce these edges over here. So these edges all will be reduced. Once they're reduced, once I have these reduced, I'm basically going to have a face-turning octahedron, I think. I'm going to start pairing these guys together. So I'm going to take this. Here's a blue and orange. Now, actually what I'll start with is this red and green. This is paired over here. So I'm going to find the other red and green and pair it with a red triangle. So where's a red and green? Right over here. So what I'm simply going to do is find a red one, which is right here. Now it's kind of spoken for with this red and white one, but we're not going to let that bother us yet. If I wanted to move another one in, I guess I could move this one in. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I have to move it in this position over here. So I'm going to move this here, turn this here, turn this here, and I'm simply going to move this just like this. Boom. Okay, so I've got these two paired up and these paired up. So then I'm just going to move this so that they're across, and boom. So this is paired up. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to keep pairing things up. So here's a pink and orange, yellow rather, and this is already in. So I'm going to find the other pink and yellow and move the pink one in. So let's see, pink and yellow, that's here. So I'm going to find a pink one, and that's going to come in through here. So where's the pink one that's not spoken for? Right over here. So I'm going to move this along here, move this along here, and this is going to come up, well, I'll have to move this to here. Okay, so this pink will line up with this. I just have to make sure that I'm not taking anything that I put in out, like this for instance. Now what I'm going to want to do is exchange it with something, because this is going to be brought out. I could just simply move it out of the way, but what I'm going to do is exchange it not with this, I'll exchange it with this. And the way that that's going to work, we're going to move it down, then we're going to go turn, 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 and then move it back. In that way this is in, and I didn't take the one that I put in out, I don't think. Yeah, right over here. So pink and orange. So now I'm going to find the other yellow rather, pink and yellow, which is right here. And now I can match these guys in. So I'm going to do that just by going splat. Okay, so this is in and this is in. So right now it's fairly easy. So red and white, I've got the white one in. Here's a red one, another red and white. I've got to put a red one in, and that's going to come from, well, anywhere really, like this. So I'm just going to move this around. I'm not going to take away any of my reduction as long as I'm moving it from the end. So this will come into here. We'll exchange it with, well, we don't exchange it with this. We'll exchange it with this. I'm actually thinking I may have to specify more what I'm switching it with, but this will come up, turn, turn. It's just like doing any master puzzle and then down. So whatever I took out should have been brought back. So now we have the red and white here. The other red and white is over here. Okay, so we'll have to just fold these in. Put this in a configuration where they'll match up. and it'll be brought in through here. Now, just in case I'm going to destroy this, what I'll have to do is I'll have to replace it with this. So this will come up, then turn, turn. Okay, sorry, my camera ran out of memory, so you lost the last part, but I basically just exchanged it. So I'm going to keep going here. Pink and blue, I have the blue here. So where's the other pink and blue? Another pink and blue will be over here. So this is matched up with a blue. So is this. So that's not going to work. I have to match it up with a pink. Here's a pink over here. It's kind of spoken for with a red, but it doesn't really matter. This isn't spoken for with anything. So we'll just move this here, move this across here, and that'll move that pink one in to be exchanged with this. So this will move up, turn, 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 and down, and then this will move down. Okay. So all these pinks and blues, let's go find the other one. Which is right over here. So we've got to take this and we're going to move this into this slot to exchange with maybe this one. So we're going to go down, turn, 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 and this comes back. Okay, so far so good. How about this light blue and white, which is already bound with a light blue? Another light blue and white perhaps? Right over here, and this has to find a white, not another blue. So let's move a white one in. Let's find a white one that's not used. How about this one over here? So this will come up to here. And we'll exchange it with, oh, I don't know, doesn't really matter. Maybe this one here. So we'll go up, turn, 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 and down. So light blue and white, find the other one which is here. This will simply move into this position to exchange with this. So down, turn, 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 turn. So far no need for any algorithms as of yet. As you can see that we're slowly getting all of our sides reduced. Yellow and orange. This is bound with an orange. Where's the other yellow and orange? Right over here. We need to bind it with a yellow. So let's find an unused yellow right over here. So I'm going to move this into place. Oops, it's got to come to here and here, and we'll replace it with this. Down. I know these two are joined, but they're not really doing anything useful for us as of yet. Boom. Okay, so I've got this, which will bind with this one here. Match with this, rather. Okay, and we're going to replace it not with this, but with this. So we're going to go down, turn, 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 and back. So now we should have it down to the last few. Now notice all of these are now joined, but these are out. Rather than trying to put them in, I'm going to use my algorithm to rotate them around. So here's a pink. I could actually put this over to here and find a white one to move in. And this white one is not spoken for, so this will go here, which is good. This, do we have a pink one that needs to go in somewhere? Yep, right over here. So I'm going to take this to here, and I'm going to move this to here. So here's what should happen. This white will come to, whoops. Well, let's see, I moved something out. Okay, well let's reconfigure this. So this orange will come here, so that's good. Okay. So let's try to move things into positions where they're supposed to be. I want to put a blue one into here. Alright, so here's a blue here. Boom. So this blue will come to here. This red, is there a red one that can go in that's needed? Yeah, right over here. So I'm going to take this, move this to here, here, move this back, and swing this red down to here. So this will do a nice 3 cycle, this to here, this to here, this to here. So remember that was up, R, U, R, I, U, I, back, U, R, U, I, R, I. So now this is filled in, this is filled in, and this is filled in. So this is where the algorithm comes in. Now this green can come here. This white, do I have a white one that needs to come in right over here? So I'm going to swing this around. I'll put this white one in, and this pink will come over to here. So that's going to be up, R, U, R, I, U, I, then back, U, R, U, I, R, I, and this comes back over here. Whoop. And this comes back over here. Okay, so this is in and this is in. Now I've got this one to go. So luckily I've got some equivalency of pieces here. So I need an orange to put into here. Now where's a pink one that's, aha, right over here. So this pink will come to here, and that's good. This orange needs to find just some other orange one, which is this, and that should reduce all of them. So it's going to be up, R, U, R, I, U, I, back, U, R, U, I, R, I. Okay, in that way, all of these have now been reduced, and what I should have is I should have simply a face-turning octahedron to solve from there. So to start off with, we're going to just put the corners in conjunction with the center. So let's see. We have a red center where? We've got a red center over here. So why don't we move this to here? So we've got the green here, and we move this over to here. So these are all lined up. Find where this goes. This has to be with where the blue is. So I'm going to move this over here. So these centers are all lined up. And over here, we have to line these guys up. Opposite red is going to be orange. So this is the only one that's in where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to hold it on the right side. This is how I do a cube, and go down, down, up, up. So the easiest thing to do. Move this into here, so these are all fine. Now the only issue here is the centers are off. So this center is fine, but this white center has to come down to here. So I think what had to have happened is before I reduced it, I had to get the centers in, because the way this is supposed to go now is this center is correct, these centers are all correct, this is correct, but this is not, and this is not. So this needs to go like boom. Okay, so all these centers are now correct, but I have to kind of re-reduce these, which is probably what I should have done to begin with, is put these corners in and then put the centers in. But that won't be too much of a hassle. I just have to re-reduce this. So I'm going to take this. As long as I have this configuration, it doesn't matter how I move these. Okay. I just have to see how this is going to... Okay, so I'm going to move this. Nope. Oh, okay. Yep, so this will move down to here. Then turn, 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 and this will move back to here. So in that way, we've reduced quite a bit. So now what I need to do is move this blue one. This will come to here. And I should have one more pair that's not in that can be re-reduced. And that's going to be this guy here. Okay, so this is going to be the one that's going to exchange. So we're going to bring this down, and turn, 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 and this comes down over here. Okay, so very quickly I was able to re-reduce it. Let's see if we've got the centers in where they should be now. So I'm just going to move these around again until I have the proper red one. This red one belongs here, so this will come here, turn, turn, and turn. And now this, I'm just going to move this in right by wrapping it around. Okay, so this is in where it should be. These are all fine. And now once again, with the one that's rotated correctly to my left, go down, down, up, up. And there you have it. It just took a little bit of cleanup, but I got the centers in with this. It would have been easier, I think, if I solved these and put the center in here, but it really didn't take much effort because I'd have to hold it in the same position. So now the next thing to do is to roll these into position. Now, as I recall, the way that I did this is I rolled this around here by doing something like a Sunni, going R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. So that rolls this way. Now I'm going to keep going to that clockwise. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. Okay, so that rolled that into there. So now I remember what I was doing. So this is going to roll to here. So R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. So that's in. And I'm just going to keep doing that. So this doesn't belong here. This has to rotate counterclockwise to here. But I want to get this one out of the way. Actually, I can be clever about it by moving this to here and then to here. Just have to remember to move it back. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. Once more. U, R, U, R, I, U. Now I have to remember to move this back like so, and then this back like thus. So you can see now I've got all of these in. Okay, so the rest is just a matter of positioning. I don't have any red ones in. This red one would like to go to this red one would like to go to here. So I'm going to move this up here. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. And then we can turn this back down to here. This red one wants to go to where the pink is, so I'm going to move this to here. And same algorithm. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. This is turned back. So you can see we're making short work of this pretty well. This, I just want to move closer to where it's supposed to be. Let's see, how can I make this simple? How can I make this simple? Well, I can move this to here and then move this around. This is in the way, so I'm going to take this and move it. Okay, that'll be interesting. Okay. I'll move this to here, and let's go ahead and just move this around. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. This moves back, and this moves back over here. So now I've got it down to 3, and if I coordinate this just right, then one algorithm should do it. So why don't I take this, since it's this, this, and this, I'll move this up to here, and then this up to here. I just have to remember to move that back down when I'm done. Let's do one turn of the algorithm. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, R, I, U. So now we turn this to here, and this comes down to here. As you can see, all the edges are in. So now we just do the technique that we have of moving these guys around. And because there's so much equivalency, that really shouldn't be much of a problem. So I'm going to take this. This will come here, this will come here, and this will come here. So we have down, 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 up, down, up, up. Put that into here, and we're just going to take every opportunity that we have to put things in. And there should be plenty, plenty. So this to here, this to here, this to here. That looks pretty good. So we've got down, 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 up, down, up, up. Now I'm not doing a full tutorial because this is not mass produced, so there's no sense in me doing that. Let's see, what else? What else can we easily do? Well, here's a yellow, so we can move this to here and this to here and go down, 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 up, and up, down, up, up. This gets moved back, and this gets moved back to here. And all these sides are fairly close to each other, so where's a blue? Blues and reds, so this will work out well. If I move it to here, this to here, this to here, this to here. So down, this is just like a master skew, by the way. Down, up, up, down, up, up. So that's in. Move this to here to finish that up. Down, 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 up, and up, down, up, up. Okay, so making short work of this. Do we have a green that we can conveniently do? We do, over here. So down, 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 up, up, down, up, up. Okay, all of our green side is done. You can see that we're slowly getting there. Okay, let's move the pink in, the white in rather. We'll move the pink down to here. So we've got down, 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 up, up, down, up, up. Okay, just showing how quickly we can do this. So this red will come here, and I think we just have, nope, we've got 4 more to go. So down, 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 up, up, down, up, up. This comes in here, and finally orange and pink. We have but to go like, hold it in this perspective, hold this here, down, 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 up, and up, down, up, up, and at last it's done. So pretty straightforward solve. All we had to do was reduce it to a face turning octahedron. But now we're ready to pull this out of the shadow and see how can we maybe apply those strategies to a higher order version over here. And that is really what I'm looking forward to. Thanks for watching.